Hey, welcome back to my series on Transport Fever 2. We're back in the north here today where we have continued expanding into the second steel mill up here. And I've done a little bit of work here connecting the coal and the iron into the steel mill. We already have trains running on these lines, getting supplies into the steel mill here. I think this is probably the first delivery because this really has just been done. And I thought I should start by bringing you up to date with changes that I've made where I've continued playing from our last episode. So on this side we've got the iron and that's already starting to build up. It's a single train that's just running backwards and forwards from one end to the other at the moment. If we need a second one on here, we can. There is enough of a double line here that they can pass each other, with the ends being just a single. And then we need to bring the steel into here at Bracknell, which is the machine parts. I've already put the line, the lines in here for the planks at the sawmill here, and we have trucks already delivering logs into the sawmill. So we have supplies already coming in, but I still need to work on the steel and the planks trains coming into Bracknell machine parts. Here's the second logs around this side of that small hill there. We need to do a lot of work around Bracknell today, or in the near future, to shore up those lines. We have a train here. This is a new train coming up with the planks for the tools factory. We don't have tools coming out of here yet. This is basically probably the first delivery of planks there as well to get tools online. And as we come down here to Bolton, when we saved the Bolton goods factory, we did source our fuel, our oil from down here, and that's really dedicated to the fuel down the end there. So we need to make some changes there. Here is construction materials that have now been linked up. We have a truck line in here with some landscaping around this stone quarry. Spent a little bit of extra time on that, along with the construction materials down here. I spent a little bit of time on this as well, just trying to make it look a little different than normal. And the train line picks up the conmats, and it does sort of like a whole loop around through these existing logging stations. So it picks up the logs here, and then if it's got space, it picks up more logs here. That station is just totally overly packed with supplies. And they drop off here. Here we go. So the logs get dropped here at the sawmill. It's got some conmats on board. Not a lot yet being produced because we don't have good links into the cities yet. But we take the conmats to Bolton. We drop them here. And then we take the planks up to the tools factory, which will link the tools in to our northern towns here shortly. I haven't mentioned for a while now my landscaping that I've been doing up in the north here, and all of my profits have really gone into opening this C option up, and all the land here has been removed, linking the north corner to the center. And then I've also made this canal through here, which linked into that lake there. It's now a part of the, opened up those waterways. I might even link across behind here and link this lake in as well. As I was saying before, we need a new source of oil, and there has been a little bit of work done here that's already been started on getting a new source of oil down to Bolton for the plastics. Like I said, we linked into this oil factory down here, but that's really dedicated to the fuel factory. And so what I'm thinking is bringing another line through here and linking into this main line and delivering oil to Bolton for the plastics so that they have a dedicated oil source. And then the fuel train that runs down here at this northern end maybe comes in and picks up this, because this crude here, this crude is really dedicated to the fuel factory. So, or the oil factory, and then into the fuel factory. So I think where I'll start today is, as you can see, we'll extend this out, and that existing fuel line will come in here and pick up the crude. And then on the left-hand side, that will be the through tracks going to Bolton. And that oil train will just pass straight through here. So to stop any crossovers, easier just putting another line in here, because there is a really good connection that I can make here. There we go. No overhead power lines this time, please. Yeah, and that links straight into that fuel train. So this will work well for the fuel train to come up and pick up its own crude, take it to the oil, and then pick up the oil, take it to the fuel. And that will be a dedicated line for that. That's better. That's a better connection. Okay. Yep, all good. And a signal, and we'll be done here. Perfect. Okay. Next, what we need is a line that comes in here from this second oil refinery. And we have this crude here going to the original oil refinery, but we need it to supply this one now. And I need the train line to run across here. It's running straight into that crude factory, but probably take a right-hand turn here slightly, and then, yeah, that looks actually quite good to run straight through there. I think that's better than it running to the left, but run straight through here, and the ground seems not too bad. There's nothing behind us there. Yeah, that ground seems fairly even. There's a little bit of a rise there for that hill, but that's not too bad. I'm just thinking, what if I draw this back here, this road, and just give myself a little bit more space to make that turn from the station around the crude. Yeah, I think that's probably a better option, just pulling it back here. We'll have a look. just so I'm not right on top of the crude. Yeah, I think that gives us a lot more space to just make an easy turn around to the right and then continue further down and make an easy turn into the main line. Yeah, let's push it all the way back as far as we can. Why not? That little bit of extra room will just make things so much easier to just have a slight curve here instead of something a little harsher. They'll let the trains that are coming into this station just run straight in at full speed instead of having to do an S-bend through there that's really tight. That looks okay. And then bring it down and in. What does that look like? Bring it in as close as we can to the station. That's got a good crossover there across the road. Just get it to snap there. There we go. I'm happy with that. And we'll do that back on the inside. I think I've got the inside right. I think I picked the outside. Snap to... Whoop. How about we go back in the other direction? We hit maximum length there. So get it to snap in here. Yep. And then into here. Okay. Easy enough. Okay, so that looks good. So that'll give us our oil train onto the main line to Bolton. Here's our fuel train. So I think I need to replace this train actually, because it's no longer just a fill-in train. This is going to actually take on a fair bit of capacity. So let's decide on what sort of trains are we going to run here in the north. I actually think I'd like to run these GP9s in the north here. And maybe instead of two at the front, we'll do one each end. We'll go 320, 389 length seems right. 305 is probably too long, but let's find out. Yeah, 323 is a little bit too long, but that's okay. We'll just delete one car. We'll flip the engine. It's actually quite noticeable with this engine when you flip it. So it's facing forward when it's making its run back. And that'll be good. Okay, so now we've got a proper fuel train on there. And now I just need to tell it to drop in, show me only what I can see. I need the oil fuel train, which is now going to also pick up the crude as well. So I need it to drop there and then pick up here and then come back again. It's currently on a single line, but that's okay. If when I put more trains on it, we can look at fixing that up, but that'll be fine for now. That'll serve well. That's yeah. And what I might do is I'll fix up some of these trains here as well that we originally set up on this main line, because this train is actually picking up the crude at the moment, and I want it to come down here and pick up the oil from here. So I need a turnaround here. Okay, let's just get this right the first time. Snap. No, damn it. Okay, try again. Snap this time. Still, yes, got it. Signal, and that line should be good. So now what I can do is grab this train. Tell him to turn around and get out of here. I don't want to switch him across while he's sitting in this station. And so he's taking his oil to Bolton, but I want him to return to this new oil station. This would be well, I don't really want it to grab, I don't need it to go to the cargo there at Basildon, so I can remove that. And then I can remove the crude drop because it's not picking up that crude anymore. And I tell it to link into here. Yeah. I think that's right. Tell it to wait and change the name to Basildon Oil 2. Yeah. And now that will take it around to the chemical plant and we'll be good there. We do need this second crude to be linked to the oil refinery number 2 there. So upgrade this to a faster country road. Don't need that end, just this end. And we'll upgrade that bit there as well. Don't know that I need it, but let's do that. And then we'll make a new link between this side and let's see what the connection looks like. A bit too close to that rail line, so I'll just bring it parallel. That's probably too far. That's looking a little better. Yep. And then connect this second half. Yeah, that'll do. That's better. It's flat. It's not too bad. And then I'm not going to go to the trouble of putting in an actual truck depot on this side. I'll just put a truck stop and we'll do our loop. No. Yeah, not too bad. Can I get that tighter? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can with this road actually. It's the smaller road can get fairly tight, but I think that's about the best I can get. Yeah, that's about the best I can get. That looks okay. All right. That gives us plenty of room actually to put the truck stop on the loop itself. With the smaller road, with the smaller, tighter circle, I can't actually put the truck stop anywhere on the loop itself. But with this one, you can put it anywhere you want. So that looks all right. Okay. And then we'll leave this truck station here, this truck depot, and we'll just move the line to drop it there. And we remove Basildon Oil, which is the first oil refinery. And it travels a little bit further, but instead of changing the infrastructure to the other side to make it shorter, that'll be fine. That'll work that'll work okay. It's only a short line. New line here on this side. Yeah. And we'll do the same here. We'll tell it to wait. We will tell it to go 2 and 1. And we'll rename it crude. Yeah. Crude 2. Beautiful. Okay. We need trucks on this line. So we'll go with the man tank trucks. 4 should be enough. Crude 2. Yep. And we're in business. We have trucks on this side. Do they need upgrading, or I've already gone around and upgraded a lot of the trucks on the map, by the way, to the man trucks. And we don't need this many trucks on that shorter line. And this is still a leftover of all those trucks I put on this line to save it for the goods factory. So we can get rid of a few of these. Not that delete button. The sell button. I know we could probably sell about 4 of these probably. And I typically don't sell the ones that are about to drop off, but because this line has been changed, they're not dropping off any oil anyway. So we'll just get rid of a few of these. I think that'll be better. 1 more. Should leave us with about 5 maybe. 5 or 6. For that line, 5's probably enough. Yeah. Okay. Our train is moving, but I would like to change the trains up here, because these were just temporary trains that I threw in to get started up here. But what I'll do is I'll change these to GP9s. It'll only take a second. You just get rid of the engine, and then you put 2 engines in. 1 at the front and then 1 at the back. It's too long, so you've got to flip that and get rid of that. Brings it down to 306 meters, 288 capacity, and I'll do the same on the second one, which will take all of 1 second. Get rid of 1, get rid of the engine, buy 2 engines, 1, 2, flip it, done. Okay, so we've got new oil trains on that line. And yeah, the crude has switched across to there, perfect. Another quick upgrade here will take a second. And I've moved on from the steel train to the coal and iron trains that are up here. This is the last one actually that needs an upgrade. So engine on the front, back, and flip it, and we'll be good. And this whole line's been upgraded now with the new trains. All good. Coal is coming in from here, delivering to our steel. That looks good. Okay, our tools line. Our tools line needs to go into Basildon. And we need to create a new line here with a new goods train. Yeah, let me get this set up. Only take a second. I'll just name this Basildon Tools, and we'll be done. There we go. We'll need a train. Again, we'll just stick with the GP9s as the engine of choice up north here, and we'll just go with probably just a boxcar train. Yeah, we'll just go with boxcars for now. These trains will be handling a fair amount of capacity that we don't have yet, but it'll be there ready for when we do need it. The tools line, yes. We'll put that on the tools line, and we'll need a link into town to deliver the tools. So, hold on a sec. Yeah, that covers just about everything. Let's go with that, I think. Yeah, that covers. There's a few over on the edge there I'm not sure about, but that will be good enough. Connect in here. See what this truck line does. Loops around the back onto the main road, crosses over itself, which is ugly. It'll do though. I think that'll be fine. I shouldn't be too fussy, right? Tell it to wait. It's on the correct line, is it? Yeah. And this will be a delivery Basildon Tools. Okay. Couple of trucks. No truck station around here. We can delete this truck stop here, but if I just leave it in for now, I mean, I could just put a truck depot in closer, or there's no rush for the trucks. I can just tell it to supply them from here for now. I've got one sitting in here. Let's get rid of that. Don't know where he came from. Tankers? No. Tarpaulins? We're good. Tools? Okay. They'll drive around there, and they'll be ready by the time any tools come back. So that means Basildon is done. Let me check the streets for a second. But they've got tools and fuel organized. All the oil lines are organized here. I'm really happy with that. Next episode, we will focus on Bracknell and the machine parts that are down here, and possibly get them linked in to Bolton. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.